Welcome back to the coin world. Old coin review and value, the ultimate destination for rare coin discoveries, numismatic treasures, and the hidden value in your pocket change. If you have a Liberty 5-cent coin from 1953, this small piece of nickel might completely turn the tables for you. It may look ordinary at first glance, but some 1953 Jefferson nickels have shocked collectors with their incredible auction values online. Stick around until the end of this video because I'll tell you exactly how much these coins are worth, according to eBay major auction houses and coin marketplaces, and how you can sell them for their maximum value. The 1953 Liberty 5-cent coin, officially known as the Jefferson nickel, holds a special place in American coinage. Designed by Felix Schlag. It features the portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, while the reverse showcases his famous home Monticello. This design had been used since 1938, but the coins struck in the early 1950s stand out because of their low mintages and the minting challenges of that era. The year 1953 saw 3 main mint locations producing the Jefferson nickel: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins without a mint mark were struck in Philadelphia. Those with a small d came from Denver, and the S coins were minted in San Francisco. The San Francisco Mint, however, produced fewer coins that year, making the 1953S nickel more desirable among collectors, especially in higher grades. Most 1953 nickels are made of 75% copper and 25% nickel. Although they don't contain silver, their collectible value comes from rarity, condition, and striking quality. Regular circulated examples might only be worth a few cents over face value, but high-grade versions certified by grading authorities like PCGS or NGC have sold for impressive prices. For example, on eBay and circulated 1953 Jefferson nickels in pristine condition often list between $20 and $50 depending on mint mark and luster. But here's where it gets interesting. Some special varieties, such as those with full steps on Monticello, can reach hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auctions. Full steps refers to a perfectly struck reverse side where all 6 steps of Monticello are sharply rare because the dies used are extremely 1950 South often failed to strike the design completely. Auction records show that a 1953D Jefferson nickel with full steps once sold for over $3,000, while a superb gem 1953S with brilliant luster and sharp detail fetched nearly $4,000 in a professional sale. Coins with natural rainbow or golden tones caused by years of oxidation are highly sought after. Collectors love unique colors that give each coin a one-of-a-kind appearance. A well-toned 1953 nickel in mint condition can double or even triple its normal auction price. When it comes to mint marks, the San Francisco S and Denver D versions are more collectible than the Philadelphia issue. The 1953S, being scarcer, has the highest premium, especially with full steps. So if you happen to find one of these in your old coin jars, wallets, or inherited collections, you might have something truly special. The 1940 wheat penny carries a rich story. Minted during a time when the United States was on the brink of entering World War II, this coin symbolizes strength and endurance. It features Abraham Lincoln's proud portrait on the front and the iconic wheat ears on the back, a design that had already become a symbol of American progress since its introduction in 1909 by Victor David Brenner. The 1940 edition marked a strong production year with millions minted across Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, but not all of them were created equal, and that's where the treasure lies. Many 1940 wheat pennies were made from high-quality copper, but over the decades their condition has become the real deciding factor. A regular worn penny might only fetch a small amount, but an uncirculated coin with full red luster can be a completely different story. On eBay and other online platforms, these coins are selling in a wide range. A circulated example might bring in around a few dollars, while uncirculated or mint state versions have been listed and sold for hundreds. Now, let's talk about the rare varieties. If your coin has a D or an S mint mark right below the data, that means it was produced in Denver or San Francisco. Some of these coins, especially the 1940S in high grades, are highly sought after by collectors. According to recent auctions and online listings, perfectly preserved examples graded MS66 or higher have reached impressive prices, often climbing well above $1,000. Even lightly circulated coins in good condition are gaining traction among coin enthusiasts who aim to complete their Lincoln wheat Collections. Error coins from 1940 are another story altogether. Some have double die, obverses or off-center strikes that make them stand out dramatically. These rare errors can skyrocket in value with eBay sellers and auction houses like Heritage reporting bids of several $1,000s depending on rarity and demand. These errors occur during the minting process, and collectors go wild for them because each one is unique. No two are exactly the same. The material itself adds to the attraction. Being made of solid copper, these older wheat pennies have a metallic warmth and weight that modern zinc-based pennies lack. After 1980, pennies became mostly zinc, making these pre-war copper coins even more desirable to investors and coin lovers who see them as both history and investment. Online markets have shown steady growth in demand for wheat pennies, particularly the 1940 issue, because it represents the final calm before America entered the war. Many sellers on platforms like eBay and Etsy are surprised to see how fast these coins sell. With multiple bids within hours of listing, collectors are often drawn not only to the beauty of the coin but also to its historical value, connecting them to a pivotal moment in American history. Today, I'm going to talk about a coin that could completely change the way you look at your small change, the Liberty 5-cent 1954 coin. If you have this coin in your collection, it might just turn the tables for you. Stick around till the end of the video because I'll reveal its potential price and how you can sell it to get the best value possible. The Liberty 5-cent 1954 coin, often referred to as the Jefferson nickel, is more than just a piece of currency. It's a living piece of American history that carries the legacy of resilience, design mastery, and post-war optimism. The 1954 nickel belongs to the series first introduced in 1938 to honor Thomas Jefferson, one of America's founding fathers, and the author of the Declaration of Independence. Designed by Felix Schlag, this coin captures Jefferson's profile on the obverse and his iconic home, Monticello, on the reverse. By 1954, the United States was in the midst of remarkable change. The war was over, the economy was booming, and the American dream was in full motion. Coins minted during this period reflected not only the country's prosperity, but also its commitment to stability and tradition. The Jefferson nickel was an enduring symbol of that period, sturdy, reliable, and deeply American in every way. What makes the 1954 Liberty 5-cent coin special is the variations that emerged from different U.S. mints. That year, coins were struck in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each mint mark tells a unique story. The 1954S from San Francisco, for example, was among the last nickels produced before the mint temporarily halted production the following year. Collectors value these distinctions because they mark turning points in minting history. Over time, these coins have become sought-after treasures for collectors, especially those with clean, crisp details and mirror-like surfaces. Some rare examples of the 1954 nickel feature striking errors, double dies, off-center strikes, or weak strikes, which can dramatically increase their value. A simple flaw made decades ago by the U.S. Mint could now make your coin worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on its condition. The composition of the coin also adds to its legacy. Made of 75% copper and 25% nickel, it was designed to withstand circulation without losing its luster easily. Despite being made for everyday use, the artistic detail on Jefferson's portrait and Monticello's intricate design turned an ordinary coin into a timeless collectible. The deeper you explore the 1954 Liberty 5-cent coin, the more fascinating its history becomes. During that decade, nickels weren't just currency, they were symbols of confidence in America's progress. People used them in diners, drive-ins, and jukeboxes across the nation. Each coin passed through countless hands, each carrying stories of daily life in the golden age of America. Today, collectors and enthusiasts around the world are rediscovering these small yet powerful artifacts, where old coins reveal hidden fortunes. Today, we're diving into one of the most iconic coins in American history, the Liberty Wheat Penny from 1930. If you have this coin sitting somewhere in your drawer or tucked away in an old collection, it might just turn the tables for you. Stick around until the end of this video because I'll explain what makes this penny so valuable and how you can sell it for a great price. The story of the 1930 Liberty Wheat Penny begins during the Great Depression, one of the toughest economic times in U.S. history. While industries were collapsing and millions struggled to make ends meet, the humble penny continued to circulate, quietly carrying the image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the symbolic wheat ears on the reverse. This coin became more than just a piece of currency. It represented hope, endurance, and the spirit of the American people who faced hardship with determination. Minted primarily in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The 1930 Liberty wheat penny was -1 in 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, weighing 3.11 grams. Its design was created by Victor David Brenner, the artist behind Lincoln's first portrait on a coin, which had been introduced in 1909. What makes the 1930 issue so special is not just its age, but the precision of its minting and the subtle variations that occurred between different mints. Some of these varieties can make a single penny worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars today. For example, coins minted in San Francisco, marked with the tiny S below the date, were produced in smaller quantities compared to those from Philadelphia. The low mintage, coupled with time's natural wear and tear, makes the 1930s penny a highly desirable piece among collectors. Even more fascinating are the era coins from this year: off-center strikes, double die obverses, and weakly struck reverses that showcase unique imperfections. These flaws, rather than diminishing the value, often multiply it several times over. Collectors are drawn to the 1930 Liberty wheat penny because it tells a story of resilience. Imagine a time when a single penny could actually buy something meaningful: a piece of candy, a newspaper, or even a few minutes at a payphone. In those years, every coin mattered, and every saved penny was a step toward survival. Holding this coin today connects you to that powerful legacy too. Millions of ordinary people who once passed it hand to hand during an extraordinary time in history. Beyond its sentimental value, the market for wheat pennies has grown tremendously. Enthusiasts and professional numismatists alike hunt for high-grade examples with clear wheat stalks, sharp details on Lincoln's face, and minimal scratches. Coins preserved in mint state condition, those that look as if they were just struck yesterday, can reach impressive figures at auctions. The rarest varieties, especially 1946, lying around, you might want to take a closer look at it, because this small nickel could completely turn the tables for you. What appears to be an ordinary post-war coin might actually be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on its mint mark, condition, and striking details. Stick around until the end of this video, because I'll tell you how much it's really worth according to eBay auctions and major coin platforms, and how you can sell it for its maximum value. The 1946 Liberty 5-cent coin, officially known as the Jefferson nickel, marks an important moment in American coin history. This was the first year after World War II that the U.S. Mint stopped using silver in nickels. From 1942 to 1945, wartime nickels contained 35% silver due to metal shortages, but by 1946, the mint returned to its traditional copper-nickel composition. That makes 1946 a transitional year and adds a special historical value to this coin. The obverse of the coin features Thomas Jefferson's portrait, designed by Felix Schlag, while the reverse shows his Monticello home in fine architectural detail. Though millions of 1946 nickels were produced, only a small percentage survive today in pristine condition, making high-grade examples extremely valuable. 3. Mint struck this coin: Philadelphia, with no mint mark, Denver with a small d, and San Francisco with an S mark. The San Francisco Mint produced the fewest coins that year, so the 1946S nickel is the most sought after among collectors. Now, let's talk about real-world prices. On eBay and other online platforms, circulated 1946 nickels often sell for less than $1, but the story changes dramatically when it comes to coins in uncirculated or mint state condition. Brilliant uncirculated pieces with sharp details and original luster can range from $20 to $50 depending on the mint mark, but if you happen to have one graded MS65 or higher by PCGS or NGC, its price can skyrocket. The true gems are the 1946 nickels with full steps, meaning the steps on Monticello are completely visible and sharply struck. These are very rare and highly desirable. For example, a 1946D Jefferson nickel with full steps once sold for more than $3,500 at auction. Another 1946S full steps example fetched close to $5,000, making it one of the standout coins from this series. Collectors on eBay are constantly looking for such coins, and you will often find auctions where bidding goes beyond $500 for premium examples. The reason these coins command such high prices is the difficulty of finding sharp strikes from that era. The 1940s minting process often resulted in weak details, so full steps coins are almost like perfect time capsules from history. Aside from the full steps varieties, tone coins, those with rainbow or golden hues from natural oxidation, are also highly collectible. They can double or triple the price of a normal mint state coin. Unique toning gives each nickel. If you've ever come across an old Liberty 5-cent coin from 1941, you might want to hold onto it tightly, because what appears to be just an ordinary nickel could actually change your fortune. This little piece of history might turn the tables for you. So stick around until the end of the video to find out its surprising value and how you can sell it for the best possible price. The 1941 Liberty 5-cent coin, also known as the Jefferson nickel, carries deep historical roots from the pre-World War II era. It was minted during a time when the world was on the edge of massive change, and every coin from this period tells a silent story of American resilience and craftsmanship. Designed by Felix Schlag, the 1941 nickel features the classic left-facing portrait of President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, while the reverse displays his iconic home, Monticello, beautifully detailed in the style of early 20th century minting. During that year, production was widespread, with millions of coins minted at 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Despite the large mintage, certain variations and conditions have made some of these coins incredibly valuable today. For collectors, what matters most is the coin's mint mark and condition. For example, the 1941S San Francisco mint and 1941D Denver mint can fetch much higher prices if found in uncirculated or proof-like condition. One of the main reasons the 1941 Liberty 5-cent coin stands out is due to the sharpness of its strike and the purity of its composition. Made from 75% copper and 25% nickel, it represents the last of the pre-war compositions before the U.S. Mint switched to a wartime alloy in 1942. This makes the 1941 nickel a last glimpse of a more durable and heavier design, which collectors today deeply appreciate. Now, when we talk about value, things start getting interesting. On eBay, for instance, circulated 1941 nickels often sell anywhere between 50 cents and $5 depending on their wear and luster. However, when you step into the world of graded coins, those verified and rated by organizations like PCGS or NGC, the story changes dramatically. A well-preserved, uncirculated 1941 Liberty 5-cent can sell for anywhere from $50 to several $100s. Rare examples with minting errors such as double dies off-center. So if you find a 1941 Liberty 5-cent in your pocket change, old collection, or a forgotten drawer, don't rush to spend it. That simple nickel could be far more valuable than you imagine, especially if it's in pristine condition or shows a rare error. And as promised, I'll tell you this: the real surprise comes when you know exactly how to sell it and get the best deal. Many people lose hundreds of dollars just because they sell to the wrong beer or don't know their coin's true value. So, here's what you need to do next. Comment the price of your Liberty 5-cent 1941 coin in the comment box, and I will personally guide you on its current market value.